Going live. We're live.
Okay. Oh.
Quick. Get your pants on. Hang on. I've got this light on.
So it's a good evening from me and a good evening from him.
Did you like the thumbnail?
I did. I think it was brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. And a big hello to everybody that's watching. Big hugs and hello.
Yes, soft shite. Now, let's think. Audio, right microphone. Yeah, it's been a bit of a mental. Oh, I haven't got the microphone plugged in. That's why. See, I'm a little bit behind. Just emailed everybody the link to Michael Feely's webinar today, which I nearly missed. I was driving along thinking, oh, I'm really good for time. It starts at 3, right, kids? Everything's cool. And then it must be my higher self going, just check your phone. So I'm driving along without the glasses going like this. Oh, fuck, it starts now. I had to pull it in.
Yeah, I know. I'm the same. I get a nudge.
I got the nudge, though. Thank you.
Yeah, Thomas, I wish it was sometimes a bit louder, these nudges. You know, when I first started out my spiritual stuff, I would actually have a clear voice and a vision. And I could hear it as loud as you're talking to me in my ears. And then they just switched off and that was it.
Really?
Yeah, I know why, because I would have relied on that voice and not me.
Like this. Looks like piss.
That wouldn't surprise me.
Aqua Vita.
Whoa.
It's supposed to be really good
me
for
drink
you,
piss. Me drink piss.
That's a strange name, Me Drink.
Me drink.
Yeah, it's the piss.
I have tried it when I was actually what I call processing. Of course I have. When I was processing, what I call processing, which is where the physical body starts to condense down the hydrogen from the sun, the program of hydrogen from the sun. It's condensed down into the body. It hits the oxygen in your bloodstream and is turned to water. And it's too much. So your body then has to let that go. I'm peeing out crystal clear, pure water, about a full bladder about every 1 minute. And I thought, I'm going to try this. And I drank it and there was no flavor or taste at all. It was just pure water. So when I was going through a very powerful spiritual upgrade, and that's what I call processing, and people watching, they might go through something similar as well. And all that is your physical body condensing down the hydrogen. The most abundant element in the universe is hydrogen. And that will be condensed down through the physical light reaction from the sun as it hits your auric body, and then it's condensed down into physical form to help you spiritually and physically grow.
Well, just to clarify, this is nootropics. It's not piss.
Is that a new word for piss?
Some people pay a lot of money for that.
What? I tell you what, they pay a lot of money for my piss.
I'm not going near it.
I could bottle it, couldn't I? Ian Welch is pure piss.
Well, no, all joking aside, if you get bitten by a snake, you should drink your own urine because your body creates a vaccine immediately.
Well, I didn't know that. Well, the next time I get bitten by a snake, I shall make sure that I've got a siphon.
A python?
A siphon python. Yeah, it has been called that before. It has been called that before.
Oh, dear. Come on. This is supposed to be serious. Look, the world's on the edge of financial collapse, nuclear war. Yeah, what are you doing being so happy?
Is it? I didn't know that. I only found out today that there's something going on with Gary Lineker. Literally just today, somebody shared that with me.
Here's the first question for the Rods. Is Gary Lineker a Freemasonic woke dickhead? Yes.
Yes. Yes.
Number one.
Right. So anybody watching, anybody listening, come on, guys, ask us anything. It doesn't have to be spiritual. It could be anything, stupid, whatever.
Don't jump the gun because I've got something to show people who missed. I took the kids away for a day and a night last night, and of course, as usual, nothing is normal. And outside, I got this really crappy Airbnb, and went outside, and I was just looking up, and really high up above these houses were these 3 red lights, and then there was another one popping in and out over here. And initially, I thought, "Is that?" And I don't always assume it's a UFO. I was like, "Is that an aerial? That's really quite strange." It's very high up. I mean, there was a hill behind, quite a big hill behind the houses. And then I was looking at it, and it was like dot dot dot, and then I said, I spoke to them in my mind's eye. I said, "Okay, if you are a UFO, could you move, please? Because at the moment, I think you're an aerial, and I'm going to stood here for hours waiting for you to move if you don't move." And then the top one moved across like that. I was like, "Okay,
Brilliant."
And I'm just
absolutely brilliant.
Pull up the pictures of that. Can you see my screen? Oh, this, by the way, guys, this show here, I recorded this last night, is 17. God, you don't need me to tell you what 17 is, but this guy, Gabrielle, absolutely lovely fella. And we did like nearly a 2-hour chat. If you get time to watch that, it's well worth it. It's really, really good. Because he's really decoded very deeply. Oh, that's Robert Kennedy. That's the message he gave to us the other day in Dublin on Thursday. I went to the launch of the Children's Health Defence Irish chapter, Children's Health Defence, Robert Kennedy, F. Kennedy, set up in the States. His deputy came over. I met lots of great people there. If you are in Ireland, go and support this if you can. I think he also announced that he was asking if he should run for president the other day as well, which is a very interesting idea because I do like him. So where are these? Ah, there we go. So here, this is the best picture I could take.
I saw that.
Of the 3 lights. So that top one was over here, and then it moved over there for me in front of my eyes. And I took that picture. I couldn't get the video. It was really cloudy, so the video didn't work. And this was the best picture I could take. And this was the one over the other side, which kind of had a double thing. And you see, it does look like an aerial, but if it wasn't an aerial, that wouldn't have moved.
Yeah. As I was saying to you earlier, Sue and I, when we came back from Bournemouth just over a week ago, and we sat in the jacuzzi, it was a crystal clear sky, and I see this gold orb coming towards us. It was huge, and I thought, that's not a plane. And as it got closer, it got bigger. So I obviously mentioned it to Sue, and we both looking around the corner of the fence, and it just came straight towards us. And then there was a bit of a misty cloud, and it vanished into that cloud. And then I thought, oh, that was nice. And literally 30 seconds later, another one. Then that vanished into the same place, and then another one, and then 3 came together. And this was an incredible light show of UFOs. And we were told it was a gift for us after everything that we'd been through recently. So overall, there was 10 huge golden orbs flying towards us. That single sound, and that all vanished into the same misty cloud area. It was fantastic.
Well, I've got a feeling a lot of people are going to be seeing a lot more of them in the next few weeks because I keep getting marches. I mean, look, it's really heating up, isn't it? March. Yeah. I just want to share this as well with everybody. This film. So this Plantation 2, Rise of the Celts, is coming out on Friday, March the 17th. This is the film that Tommy Robinson made while he was over here. And I saw some of the rushes when I met him and I interviewed him. And it's really, really powerful stuff. Please share it everywhere, especially in Ireland, because this will shut those fascists up that are pushing this agenda and calling everybody else far right when it's really mums and daughters and families. It's nothing to do with the far right. And this film is going to be very, very powerful. So it's on my Telegram. Please go and share that everywhere. There's also a Twitter for it, a tweet. Sorry, go and find that on my account and share that as well. So you guys, we're waiting for you to ask questions in the comments, but there's a couple of things I've got to say before we start doing that, and that is Ian wants to do a workshop on how to use these properly. In order to do that, 2 things need to happen. One is you guys need to get yourself some rods. Now, you can get these from anywhere. They're all over the place, wherever you are in the world. But Sue is also doing these. So what's the email address?
Layla Welch, LAILA Welch, Layla Welch at gmail.com. And so she's doing her very, very best. She's in this where I am here every day, and she's packaging them up and putting them out in the post for everybody as fast as she can. And I'm making them thank God it's been pissing with rain and awful here, so it gives me plenty of time to go into my shed and make the rods. And these are the rods. So they're stainless steel tubes, and they are bright steel rods. These will last about 200 to 300 years easy. These are just.
That's how long I'm going to live.
Yeah, yours are made of brass, the tubes. That was a set that I made for me, and they were my favourite set, and I've given them to Mark, and they are brilliant. But these ones, because they're stainless steel as well, they're not going to stain your hands, and they won't ever rust. Well, brass won't either. And so they're a nice size as well. So these are what I would call a beginner's set of rods. The one that Mark's got is probably a bit more sensitive, and it's got a better weight. I actually prefer the length of rod that Mark has, but I can't make them that long. They wouldn't get in the packaging. But this one here is absolutely ideal. But if you're struggling, get a coat hanger, bend it into 90 degrees, cut it, put it inside a straw, and this will get you by for when we run the workshop. And from this, most people have been calling it a masterclass of dowsing. And what I'm going to be trying to do is to share with you everything that I've learned and how to use the dowsing rods for water lines, ley lines, doing diagnostic skills on animals, on humans and trees and buildings, etc. All of that will be taught, but it's not going to be guaranteed you'll get it straight away. These rods will teach you how to become more sensitive to earth energies. So that in itself is an incredible tool. And so the more that you use them and practice them from the heart, the more sensitive you become, and then they become the most incredible friends you've ever had, as you're discovering, Mark, with the rods.
No, I use them all the time. And just to explain, so there's a few questions coming up. Firstly, if you don't live in the UK, if you know, it costs what it costs, whatever it costs to post them. If you get them from Sue, or just go to your local Etsy store or to eBay, use Google. You can find these made all over the world. But Sue's going to be busy anyway. And what we want to do is give you maybe at least 2 weeks from today to get your rods sorted. If you want to do this course. That's the first thing you need to know. The second thing you need to know is that Ian wants to interact with people. We can't do that with the webinar software. So we're going to have to use Zoom, and we're currently limited to 300 people. So we're going to set up maybe 3 separate dates to do the course 3 times. But that's going to take me a little bit of time to set up. So to 100% make sure you don't miss this, in the description underneath this video is my email list, which is tmas.tv/Mark's email list, all one word. Go there, just sign up. And then I will email all of the links for all of this stuff within the next 5 days. Okay?
Brilliant.
I think that's covered that. The other thing is we need to mention the PDFs that have been done, worksheets for the previous pine cone healing and the love star healing and the quantum healing. Can you tell it? Have you got the link, or shall I find it?
I don't have the links with me to share because I'm not that savvy with computers. But the PDFs for all of the workshops that Mark and I have done are ready for download through Ruti, and also with regards to the dowsing workshop, she has done an incredible book which I have put together. So this will be an assistance to you for doing the dowsing. So you could actually download that before the dowsing course, and then you can start reading up to get yourself familiar with how the course is going to be run. So that's that as well. So that is, and also this will be videoed, recorded, so you'll have the recording to keep going back to with regards. This is a tool. This is a tool, and to learn how to use a tool, like with any building or carpentry or any skill, this is something that you need to just keep practicing and using. Some people will pick it up like that. Others will have to work a little bit harder, but the rewards are tremendous, absolutely tremendous.
Yeah, so let me just point out this thing that Ruti has done was done without me knowing about it, and we had a meeting about this the other week, and I said, well, look, that's fine, because Ian had said to Ruti, yeah, you've put in all this work, and she has put a lot of work into it. I know some other people have done some transcripts, but really, I haven't got involved with it. Okay, so don't shout at me if you've done transcripts and it's not. This is what Ian set up with Ruti. So, and I said, yeah, absolutely. If you've done the work, put them up, and then give her a chance to recoup some money back, because she put so much time into this. She's not doing any other work.
You will love it. It's
Yeah.
absolutely extraordinary what she's done. The colours, the pictures, the quick reference guides. I'm just she chose to do this. I didn't ask her. She just came to. It was definitely a gift from God, and she's here to help people. And they're not a lot of money, and you will benefit from them greatly. And people have been loving them because people love to have written and visual as well as having the audio.
Yeah, so the link is on the screen. Just copy it down. That's what the website looks like. If you want to get those, it has nothing to do with me. Just so you all know that.
Or me.
This is just, we said we'd do this for Ruti because she put so much work into it. Anybody that else has done transcripts, don't come to me, because I've not had time to even think about that. Okay, so that's cleared that up, I hope. Now, let's go back to the comments. Let's do some questions. And now, do you want to get some people on to ask questions? It's possibly more fun.
I'd say that'd be lovely. Lovely to meet our fans. It really would. Definitely, yeah.
Okay, so guys, what I'm going to do is I'm going to post the link to the studio in the comments now. Click it, come in, and then I'll put you on screen. You can ask your question. We can do the rods, and then we'll just go through it. I think it'd be more fun to do like that. It's Sunday night. Let's have a laugh. There's a lot of shit. And let's have a bit of fun. So I'll put the link up. You should all be able to see it in the comments section. I've done this a few times, so some of you know how to do this.
God, you're knocking that back. You sure that's not your urine?
Oh, it's nice. Lindsay's always on first. How you doing, Lindsay?
Hi, Lindsay.
Hello.
Come on in.
Come on in.
Okay, Charles III that's coming. Is he really Charles III, and will he get crowned?
One question at a time.
Okay, is he really Charles III? Is he really who?
No.
I know.
I'm getting a no.
No.
Big no. Big nose.
Big no. And will he get crowned? No.
I'm getting it's a bit like that.
Yeah.
So they might do the fake one.
Yeah.
But is he really crowned? I think that's probably what I'm getting on is it's not real.
He's not
real. It's definitely not real. Oh no.
I'm getting away with it.
Thank you. It's good because it has to look real for people to believe it, because this movie is designed to help people.
Yeah.
Spiritually
make this part of the show.
Yeah. True.
Don't get caught up with anything like that. Just stick with you, stick with your own love, and go with it.
It's good. Thanks, guys.
Cheers, Lindsay.
You're welcome, Lindsay. Bye. Love you.
Bye. All right, Polly Millwood. How you doing?
Hi there.
Hi, Polly.
You see, Lindsay's stolen my thunder. I was going to ask, is he the Antichrist?
Well, you could ask that.
This Charles.
There's a very interesting book called
Antichrist.
Antichrist and a Cup of Tea. Have you seen that book?
I have. I saw the whole movie. It was fabulous.
Oh, it was a movie as well.
Yeah, he did. Cohen, the guy who wrote the book, but he's also done. I think it's a YouTube.
Well, I don't think it is the Antichrist, because that's not even Charles. But
well, let's just put it this way: he's certainly not for the good.
Well, yes, he's not for the good. His allegiance to the others, you know.
So is Charles, or the person playing Charles, the Antichrist? No.
Well, then it must be his spawn. Then the one after.
You get
no? No. Yeah.
Okay. Is William the Antichrist?
It's William the Antichrist.
Oh, blimey! Well, I'm getting something very nefarious with that chap.
Ooh.
Something very nefarious.
Ooh.
It may not be the Antichrist, but I'm not getting anything. It's something quite negative there.
Nothing.
Well, I mean, the research was interesting because I followed it and what have you, but it's a bit like the real king is this Hallett fellow, isn't it? It's all those kind of stories. And,
I
and the
think
other
what we
question,
need
I have got
somebody in
another-
there who's called Wayne.
Yes, I've seen
Yeah.
that one as well.
Wayne.
Wayne. The
No,
Australian-
Wayne King. Wayne King.
Ah.
Oh, dear.
Well, there's that Australian guy as well, isn't there? Who's supposed to be the spawn of whatever.
There's also
The other
Go on.
question, the other topical one, is Rod Stewart on the dark side? Has he just got a poorly foot?
Oh, that's a good question.
because he's got the boot on, and that
Yeah.
boot, those of you who don't know, has been given to many people that are in that being told what to do. So is Rod
He
Stewart?
might just have a bad foot.
No, you come on. Is Rod Stewart of the dark? Oh, big. Yes.
I'm getting yes, but he's fighting it. Right,
Well,
they've got him by the short and curlies. He doesn't really want to be there, but they've got him by the short and curlies, so he's got to play ball.
Well, that's what they allow them to walk around with the boot on, isn't it?
Yeah, but they did the same to Hillary Clinton in 2017. They did the same to John McCain before they executed him. They've done it to Arnold Schwarzenegger was out last week with the boots on. It's for the boot is for us.
Yeah.
Show us that things are happening.
Yeah. Yeah. So Gary Lineker will be wearing the boot soon, then, will he?
Hopefully a golden boot. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely a golden one.
Oh yeah.
With
I
studs in the face.
The other question I've got is a personal.
Holly, how many questions do you want?
Well, how many people have you got queued up?
Hundreds.
I didn't see. I saw lots of hellos, but I didn't see many questions in the feed.
All right, get on with it. Come on.
Am I in the golden age? Come on, Ian.
Oh,
Am I in the golden
yes.
age?
Yes,
Yeah.
you are.
Yeah, I can feel it very strong. As soon as you said it, I didn't need the rods. I could feel it on my body.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's all I need to know. Yeah.
I can feel it on my body.
I don't. Well, yeah. Well, I don't know how to answer that.
Next question.
You've got another 10 questions, Holly, while you're here. Why not? Fuck it.
Well, I've got another question. The Bob Beck blood zapper. I've given myself a treatment today. Is it going to be good for me personally?
I've just got mine.
Yeah, I've got the prototype from my pal. Yes.
I missed the question. What was the question?
The
The
Bob
Bob
Beck
Beck zapper.
blood zapper.
Is it going to be good?
Right.
Is it going to be good for me personally?
Yes. I'm getting 3 yeses.
Yeah.
But don't forget to program it up to the golden age and 26D. Remember that.
Well, yeah, I can do that as well. Yeah.
It
I
needs
could do
to.
that as well.
You need to.
Okay.
It needs to come into harmony with your being.
Oh, and my favourite. This is my last question for now. Are there 2 Simon Parks?
Ooh.
No, we're not doing that. We're not going there.
All right.
Oh, all right.
We're not going to
Oh,
go.
no,
This channel has a rule. We don't talk about other people in this thing.
no, okay, no, I understand.
Yeah.
I understand.
So
What else
that-
is there then?
glad
Oh,
you-
yeah.
We've all got split personalities, haven't we?
So have I. So have I.
Yeah, and me, and him.
No, I understand.
Okay, next question.
Is my
Thanks,
next
Polly.
partner? Oh, bye. You
Hang on, no,
me?
come on, this one's juicy. This one, come on, Polly.
Oh,
Is
go on
my
then.
next
The next
partner?
part, they're going to have a no. What?
Is my next partner going to be awake?
Well, I hope
What during sex or after or what?
Behave yourself. Just behave yourself.
Is your
Is your next
partner-
partner going to be awake?
Yes.
Well,
yes.
Either that, or is he being prepared for me? That's the
I
question.
think. Well, I'm getting a no. He's not going to be awake.
What?
I'm getting a very strong no. He's not going to be awake.
Everybody's going to be awake in a few weeks. What are you talking about?
But yeah,
Well, I've got to
They
wait
will
for
be.
2 weeks then.
but don't forget you're shining in light, so you're not going to go with anyone that's asleep anyway, are you?
No.
Well, you've answered your own question, really.
Yes. Well,
I
I was just
don't
thinking.
think anybody's fully asleep right now.
He might be asleep at the moment, but they are going to wake up. Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah. I hope you've got more people in the waiting room.
We've got shitloads. We're waiting for you to go away.
Oh, I'll go now then.
Bye,
See-
Polly. Lovely to see
Bye.
you.
Bye.
Bye.
Good. Monique McPherson. Hello.
Hiya, you all
Hi,
right?
Monique.
How you doing?
Hiya.
Oh, you got a black cat. It
I
looks
have
like
got a black cat.
same as my cat. It looks exactly the same.
Yeah, Zena. Mine's a girl. Is yours a girl?
Yeah.
Oh, maybe they're related.
Well, there's a lot. There's a lot. She just turned up. I don't know if you know the story. She just turned up and she just brought. Does yours roll on her back and just look for tummy rubs all the time? 'Cause mine
No,
don't.
but I tell you a funny story. I never thought I was a cat person, and I was allergic
Yeah.
to like every cat except her. And in lockdown, I longed for a cat like I longed for a child. It was just really weird. And it was after I did a meditation, and I kind of woke up and I saw a cat. It was like a
That happened to me.
ghost cat. At first, I shit myself. I didn't know what was happening. I kind of went, oh, fuck off. But then after a lot of advice, I was told it's like a good thing. But after that, I needed a cat so bad. And interestingly, I had a past life regression, and she was a family member in a past life. So she found me really.
That's how it works.
Wonderful.
That's how
And
it
I'm not
works.
allergic to her at all, which is mad.
What's your
Fantastic.
question, Monique?
Oh, I got more than one. The first one is I did one of those psychic things where they tell you who your soulmate is and you get a picture of them. And I just wanted to know if that is real or is that bullshit? Is it a real person that I'm supposed to meet this year?
I'm getting very strong yeses.
Am I?
Yeah, very strong yeses.
Yes.
That is cool.
Now,
That's
Mark's yeses are that, aren't they?
Yeah.
My yeses are open. Mark has chosen that for a yes. I've chosen that for a yes. So this is with the rods. You can program them to how you want them to react to your answer. So my yes is open, and Mark's yes is cross.
Yeah.
All
Well,
right, so yes.
I wouldn't say cross, moderately annoyed.
You wanted to speak to him a bit nicer.
I'm doing my best. I just woke up. You got any other questions, Monique?
Yes. Do I have a dragon?
Does Monique got a dragon?
Very strong. I'm getting very strong yeses. Oh yeah.
Wonderful. Oh, I can't
Oh
wait.
yeah.
Fab.
I think we all have.
Right. I was kind of seeing lots of synchronicities, and it was dragon this, dragon that, and then I dreamt about a dragon, and I saw a dragon in a past life regression. I was like a fairy thing. I'm wondering
We will see them physically at some point in our Earth's history. They will come back through portals and be physically with us again. Don't have any doubt.
Wonderful.
And we'll start to ride them, and they'll be our mates again. Yeah.
I'm kind of starting to long for my dragon. That's so cool. Thank you. One more question. Will the quantum financial will the quantum financial system kick in this year?
I'm getting no.
Yeah, and I did a show with Michelle Fielding that we've been trying to get up for 2 days, and she's did the same thing.
Still getting no.
Yeah.
Right, so it's going to be like that. If Mark's got a yes and I've got a no, then it's going to be.
So do you think that depends?
I think ultimately it's to do with where we are.
What choices you make, right?
No. I
And
think
the
with
vibration.
collectively. I think it's collectively. I think it's where we are collectively. It's definitely going to happen.
Okay.
I don't have any doubt about that. But it's about collectively where we are before it actually kicks in. They're not going to bring it in until we are ready. It's a good solid foundation for it to hang on to.
Okay, so it depends on the collective consciousness.
Yeah, for me anyway, I'm getting not yet, but that could change because the timeline's changing.
It's already there because you know, the Federal Reserve was taken over.
It's in the background.
Yeah.
I'm getting anomalies. That's why I was wondering, because you know I stopped paying my council tax ages ago, and then I got a bill, and I've been like in the house 7 years, and I've never ever had a bill where they've just said like, that's your bill, you're not paying any of it, you're not. Do you know what I mean? They just took everything off, and I just thought that was weird. That's never happened. And even though I hadn't paid for like months and months, it just says you have nothing to pay.
Yeah, well, look what's going on. Look what's going on with HMRC at the moment, and in Ireland it's the same. They're in a kerfuffle. They're in a big kerfuffle, and it's brilliant. We're just watching the fall of the old system. It's brilliant.
It's wonderful.
Just don't be scared, anybody, because it is going to be scary.
This is magic. This year is huge. Magic is coming this year for everybody.
I made a T-shirt, and on it says, "Fear not, light wins."
Absolutely. Paul Daniels is coming back. That's what's happening.
I met him. He's so tiny. He's so short. He fits under the armpit.
6 foot under now. So anyway, Paul, I don't know what made me think of put magic. Now that's magic.
Oh, that's magic.
Remember that? Remember when Debbie? Because I used to
Debbie McGee.
I used to know Caroline Ahern, and I went to the show where one of them, where Debbie McGee comes on Mrs. Merton, And she goes, "So, Debbie, what was it that made you attracted to the multimillionaire Paul Daniels?"
I remember that.
Best funny line ever. Anyway, Monique, lovely to see you. Thank you very much.
Lovely to see you too, guys. Thank you.
Cat called? What's your cat
You
called?
what?
What's your cat called?
Zena, Z-E-N-A.
See you, Zena.
Oh, Zena.
Yeah.
Night. See you later.
That's pretty cool
Bye.
because I've written 3 novels and the actual main character's called Zarina.
Okay.
All right, and it's all about cat people and the cat planet.
Yeah, you told me about
The
this.
main character's called Zarina.
Oh, that's
We're
cool.
gonna have to do a show on that book. All right, Monique. Thank you. See you later.
See you then. Take care. Bye.
Hazel.
Hi.
Hello.
Hi, Hazel.
Hi. The question I have is that I have been going through a really bad time lately, and I just think I've started to come out of it. And I had an experience where I had a really, really, really shit night with my son, and himself and his mates trashed the house. He was a fucking mess. It was all awful, and I felt really bad. And I just thought, there's nothing I can do, and I completely threw myself up to the Holy Spirit just to go, and I felt immediately calm. I felt very much supported. And oh, Mark, I was watching that video, you know, with that Venus lady from Australia, and I was watching that, and I can't remember what you're talking about now, but that's when I actually started seeing this last week my ancestors. So I know stuff's starting to happen. And I know things are because I was in a really shit mood for weeks. I'm starting to come out of it. Oh yeah, my question. I'm a bit worried about my I'm a bit worried about my child, and I've actually very worried. And so far, he hasn't taken the jab or anything. He's 14, and I'm trying not to be like a smothering mother. I think he is his own spiritual soul. He's just in a little meat body. He's got his own journey, his own life experiences, everything else. But his dad's an alcoholic covert narc, and I left him last year. It's all been a big trauma. The child's in a bit of a mess. My real worry is how to help him really, and I'm worried he might. I just want to know, has he been taken over by the dark side? Is there any hope? Can I help him? Can I save him?
I'm getting yes that there is a dark influence going on here, but I don't think it's the dark side. I think it's what he's created. Right, this is what we are doing now. We're creating our own demons. There isn't any dark side as such. There's a black star that we can connect to, that we do connect to, that when we're very, very stressed, angry, anxious, or negative. What he's doing is imploding. Right, he's creating this vortex of darkness within himself. There isn't any darkness per se, but it's what he's creating, and then he's connecting to the black star, and that's going to feed him. That's going to get bigger and bigger and bigger. So you can help him with that.
Yeah. How can I help him?
Disconnect him from the black star. Send him love from. If you followed any of the shows that Mark and I have done, the vortex with the pine cones, and start doing love hearts and having your son inside the love heart with the pine cone. That will neutralize the negative effects, and then just disconnect him from the black star, and then he will then come out of it.
So if you draw a love heart on a piece of paper and you write his name in it, and you write the outcome that you want in bullet point kind of words, and then focus. It's basically focus of attention. It's focusing love and attention whilst being connected. Did you do Ian's workshops?
No, because I've only recently found your channel, and so I saw something about the pine cones. I've got a load of pine cones. Yes, I've got a load of them on my windowsill. So I'm assuming I can go.
Yeah. So there's recordings of the Love Star workshop, then the Pine Cone workshop. I'm working on getting the Quantum workshop up. But if you do those, you don't, they're free if you can't afford them as well. But just if you can, pay some money. But those links are they're in the Telegram channel. If you just go back through the Telegram channel, you'll find them.
Yeah. So
but I will put them out on email again.
This is what you need. What we're trying to do, Mark and I, is to give you the power and the gifts to do this. And these workshops will do that, and you will transform your whole family and your life.
Okay, and I
We
can
have the
definitely.
power. We have the power.
Yes.
And I can. Okay, that's all I wanted to know, just to try and help him.
You will. Don't fret, pet.
Don't fret,
Oh.
pet. That's a good t-shirt idea.
All right, thank you.
Thanks, Hazel.
Cheers, Hazel.
Bye. Bye-bye. Yeah, that's it is powerful stuff, and I've been using it myself. And yeah, I don't want to talk about my own personal life, but you know, there are things where this becomes, you know, we're flexing these muscles in the last 6 months.
Yeah.
Hundreds of people have been flexing their spiritual muscles and using these techniques and getting results with them. It's great to see, isn't it?
It's huge results. The feedback I've been getting is extraordinary with the amount of people that are now being healed just by these simple techniques. And yeah, the testimonials are amazing.
It's good to talk about Gary Lineker's bollocks 1 minute and then talk about some of this, because you can use this for everything. Oops, I'm kicking my microphone. You can use this for dowsing water, energies of the earth. It's just brilliant. But just explain, because I'm sure some people watching are like, well, why Mark and disagreeing with the rods sometimes?
What will happen is Mark is tuned into an aspect of his belief system, which is extraordinary. Now Mark has such a powerful, positive direction of, this is what I feel, of what he feels is to happen. I'm tuning it in with a complete blank mind, and that is really hard to do. I ask for accuracy and a blank slate when I'm doing this. So we can still, me or Mark or anybody, you can still have an influence upon the rods, on the outcome. And this is why I like to do a blind dowsing. So Mark will ask me a question without asking the question. So it's in his mind, and then I'll give the answer with the rods. And I do the same thing with Mark or anybody that I have friends with. Because if I feel that I'm going to influence it, if it's a personal question, then I don't use the rod. So I get somebody else to give me a yes or a no with the answers. Or that one. That one is really, really good. That's the backup.
Yeah, because I used this last night with the guy that I'm in, that's on my channel later, and what I got was like, blew me away. I mean, it was nuts. But anyway, let's get. I don't know if I'm going to say this right, Frauk. Have I said it right?
Frauke.
Hello.
Frauke.
First of all, I adore you, Mark and Ian, and I only found you a week before the workshop for the quantum healing, so I really had to go quick to do the first two to be able to do the live.
Wow.
It's changed
you
my
must
life.
Be buzzy.
Oh. But I'm doing the affirmation. I think 10, 20 times a day. It's, you know, to get out of the habit of these thoughts.
Well, that's all it is. That's all it is, because we are bombarded our entire lives with negative shit. That all you have to do is just train yourself to be.
And since I found you, Mark, because I'm following lots of people on YouTube, I'm not watching anybody else anymore.
Do you know what?
Like
you're not the only one that's been
everything
saying that. Yeah, you're not the only one that's been saying that. The amount of people that I'm meeting saying they're just not interested in anybody else. They're following Mark's, and the reason being, and I'm saying it's not because I love Mark, but
and it's the show where you did the stones that I first saw.
Yeah.
Somebody sent it to me, and then I went and looked, and then I found Ian.
Mark is discerning.
The same day.
He listens, he gives people a chance, and then that way you get a chance to make your own mind up, which is great. It's brilliant.
Yeah.
What's your question?
I have 3 questions. One might be a bit awkward for you both, because
You're not going to ask us how big our fangs are you?
Huh? I'll start with the awkward one then. Because when I did the workshop, I was so buff by it, and so I got the transcripts, the 2 first workshops, and I started reading them and listening, and I noticed so many mistakes in it and changing your wording. So I redid them, I spent 10 hours on each to rewrite them, putting color titles and everything. I made a beautiful transcript and I sent it to you, and I never got news.
No, I told you
Question.
I have nothing to do with that. I said
No, I know, but I'm talking to Ian here. And I sent it to you, to Lila Welch, and I never heard
All right.
anything
No,
from
I've
it.
not received that. You have to chat with Sue about that. She's my secretary.
It's not Ruti getting the mails.
No.
Okay,
No.
because I was thinking maybe she's using my work.
No,
Okay.
no. This is
Okay,
all her
then-
stuff.
Then
This is
it's
all
fine.
her stuff.
But I really transcribed it word for
What's your
word.
question? What's your question,
So-
Frog?
Okay, then my first one was, will the banks crash this year? Because I'd like to sell my house and go to Portugal and leave the system. But
Okay,
they're already crashing.
Yes.
They're already
Yes,
crashing.
I'm getting
So
yes.
it's not good to sell my house this year. I have to wait.
Well, I don't know, because it depends how fast the crash happens. I mean, we've all seen Silicon Valley Bank go down 2 days ago, right? That's affecting 400 tech companies in the UK. That's a domino, I think.
But that's all I have is my house, you know. If I sell it,
the thing is, it's not just going to be you, is it? It's going to be 7 billion people. Yeah, that's what everybody needs to remember. There's 7 billion people involved here, and everybody. If all of this is theatre, right? It's all a movie. There will be a terrible, terrible financial crash on the surface, which I think
that's okay as long as I can keep my assets. So I have to keep my house this year.
What I'm trying to explain is it's not just about you; it's everybody, right?
Yeah, I know.
It doesn't matter if you sell your house now or you do it in 6 months. What I think we have to do is go forward with our lives and use the rods, use your intuition. You know,
Just
do this.
Have faith.
You know,
Yeah.
That's what I'm doing, and don't worry about what's going on the outside because
I'm jobless, so I wanted to get off the system, drop the jobless money.
use your common sense. I think you know the answer anyway.
I wrote myself into the Monetize. But I can't. I don't have the time right now. But I'm going to get into it because I want to do my site. My second one is: are the galactics neutralizing the 5G towers?
Yeah.
Big yes.
Oh, look at that. It's so strong. It's pushed right round and hit my shoulder.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's gone right back and hit my shoulders. So yes.
Yeah.
That's great. And a last one. Do I have a dragon? Because I heard the lady before, and I've been seeing a weird thing going around me.
Whoa, bloody hell. They've literally gone right back round and touched my shoulder. So yes, that's a huge yes.
So I got her name. I sensed her. It's a female.
Wonderful.
Cool.
Okay.
Thank you. See you later.
I love you, both of you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye. Bye. Finally got a bloke.
Oi!
Sorry, Russ.
Hey.
Hello, Russ.
Hello, Ian. You all right?
Oh, Russ. I know this man.
You guys know me. All right. I've got a couple of questions for you guys. So, talking about the banks again, how many are going to crash next week?
You want the number of banks?
Any more than 2.
Why do you want the number of banks?
3. Any more than 4.
Seeing how severe it's going to be, how quickly.
Any more 6. Any more than 7. Any more than
8. Any more than 9.
10.
Any more than 10.
11.
Any more than 15.
15.
Any more than 20.
16, 20.
Any more than 25. I think you can say it's going to be fucking huge, mate.
Yeah, it's well over 20, between 20 and 25. I got the same as well, Mark.
Yeah. So yeah.
Hey, look, Donald Trump. Did you see? Look, hang on before you talk. This is because we want everybody to get something out of this. So I posted what Donald Trump put on Truth Social today or yesterday, which is, where is it? Did I put it here or did I put it on Twitter? There. So this is Donald Trump. With what is happening to our economy and with the prospects being made on the largest and dumbest tax increase in the history of the USA, ×5, which is very interesting, Joe Biden will go down as the Herbert Hoover of the modern age. He misspelled modern, and thanks, guys, if you did digging on that, because there were no spelling mistakes that are done accidentally. We will have a greater depression, far bigger and more powerful than that of 1929, as a proof the banks are already starting to collapse. Now, he never says anything without reason, right? So if he says it's going to be the biggest crash since 1929, it is.
And it's coming next week.
I keep getting the same thing. Can we do this question about the fake nuclear war, Ian? Because I've been asking this question. Is there going to be a fake nuclear war before the end of March?
Very strong, strong. Yes, I can't even. As soon as I let go of my rods, they're pushing way back as a yes.
So I think the yes, Rachel. That's what I just pointed out. The typo. There must be a time lag. I think we've got to. The crash has got to be soon. The crash is going to come before the war. I think, because then we've got to be in lockdown when the war happens. I think. So I think we've got a crazy 3 weeks coming up.
Yeah, but don't get caught up with the fear. Anyone watching, do not get caught up with the fear porn, right? Just be. It's only, as Mark says, it's theatre. Nothing actually outside of that television is going to happen. Don't get caught up with it. Really, just be. Otherwise, you're going to add to that fire.
What's the chances, Ian? This is something that gets me about these, right? Because I don't really want to be known as the guy who predicted the world war and then got it wrong. Because it's fake anyway. But by doing this, do we change the outcome?
Of course we do. By us promoting a positive thought wave towards this, of course we do. And this is the whole idea of working together collectively to create change. So that's why the dark side, there's no dark side left other than the human beings that are pushing it. They are still trying to hang on to this dark agenda. And by trying to create the momentum of evil through the mainstream media, that's how they've got any power left at all, is by you giving it to them. So don't give in to this mainstream media fear porn. Stick into your own power of love and everything that we've taught you. Love is the key, and love will change everything.
Well, Alistair's just brought up a good point, and I was going to say this before the show. Straight after this show, I'm going to the cash point. I'm just going to pragmatically have enough cash on hand, for if you can get some out. Because I think if we do get locked out of the banks, it's going to be, a few days. It's not going to be months. They're not going to let us starve.
No, they won't. No,
they're not going to put us into major. It's got to be a fear event. It's got to, because the old system's going, And but there is, like I said, I'm an apocalyptic optimist. I think this is going to happen. I want this to happen next week. That's maybe why
it needs to happen.
Yeah,
it needs to happen. This system has to change. It stinks, and it's destroying everybody's livelihoods. It needs to change so that we get our lives back. And this is why I keep promoting that we will have instant karma as well this year. There's going to be a huge amount of stuff coming together like this to create love and harmony and abundance for all. It has to be on all four bodies: mental, emotional, physical, and spiritual. All of those bodies needs to change at the same time to create love, right? Don't get caught up with anything that's fearful. Stick with love. Love is the key. That love will change everything. Tune into the Love Star and get that beautiful love from the Love Star to empower this process of change to happen smoothly. So Russ and we actually did a course together to become peacekeepers, peace constables.
Say that when you
hear both.
Peaceful cunts. I'm not sorry at all.
Of course.
Where did you do that?
Here in Cornwall.
All right, you down in Cornwall as well, Russ?
I was, not anymore, because I'm living in a van. So that brings me on to my next question. Yeah, we sold our house and moved into living in a van temporarily. Cool. Lisa wants to know, Ian, how long is she going to be in this van for?
Well, that's her choice. Right? Any more than 6 months? No. Any more than 4, 5? Any more than 3 months? 4 months. About 4 months.
Good.
And one final question, because I heard this somewhere else. Allegedly, they're already manufacturing flying cars.
I think so.
When do you think we'll see them, as in mass production out on the streets?
I think we need to look up.
Will we see flying cars in mass production before the end of 2023? No.
No.
Big strong no. 24.
No.
No. 25.
No.
25. 25.
I'm getting no.
I'm getting a yes on 25.
I'm getting a no.
26. Yes. Yeah. 25. I think 25.
5. I think that is just going to be an icing on the cake, that sort of thing. But I think we all need to be focusing on our own momentum of abundance with food, no bills, and not having to work so hard, and having more fun in life, and all of that needs to start happening as well.
I'm not doing any of that. I'm just focusing on taking over Jaguar and making really cool Jags again.
Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant.
Have a little switch you flip the takeoff.
Awesome. Yeah, I look forward to that very much. So I'm really still happy with my van, mate. I really am. I'm just so chuffed with my van.
Yeah. I just like engines. I want engines. Can we just, whatever we do, can we just make them sound like engines?
Do you remember when we were kids, right? I don't know if you did this. You got an elastic band and lolly sticks, and you strapped it to your spokes, so that when you went around, it went click, 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 click. Still do it.
You see the stick of me going to the shops.
Do you go poop, 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 poop?
On my chopper. In fact, these are a bit like the chopper handles back then. Look.
They are, aren't they, Just? Yes. Yeah, I never had a chopper. I didn't have that kind of money. Well, my parents didn't have that kind of money. I drooled for a chopper.
I was cleaning cars and doing paper rounds when I was 8 years old, mate. It took me about 5 years to save up for a bike. Because I'm a worker. I'm a working class boy. People go
anyway, Ross, lovely to see you again. And lovely surprise.
Nice to see you in the van. Don't be. What's your Mrs. name?
Lisa.
Hi, Lisa. Your camera showing. She's hiding. Look, there she is. Oh, there she is. Hello.
Hi, Lisa.
I'm the lady from Harpole.
Oh, is that you? I've got family that live there.
Yeah, I lived across the road from you.
Yeah, well, I'm in Budbrook, which is just down the road, right? Did you go to Campion School?
Road.
Oh, yeah. The other way.
Yeah.
Well, it's lovely to meet you.
Yep.
Enjoy the next 4 months in the van. Don't try not to kill him.
No.
See you later.
Cheers, Ross.
Bye.
See, we're also connected. Hey, Kobe's next. How you doing?
Oh, another fella. Hi, Kobe.
Hi, Rodders. Hi, Rodders. Great to talk to you. I love what you guys are doing. It's brilliant.
Is that a bit of Manchester I'm detecting?
Yeah, I'm from Manchester, a place called Prestwich.
I know Prestwich well.
Yeah, I grew up there.
Yeah.
So my first question is, in one of the number 17 drops, it mentions done in 30.
Mm-hmm.
And 30 months from the inauguration takes us to the 20th of July this year. Is that what it means? Done in 30?
I don't think so. I'm getting a no, because I think that 30 relates to 30 seconds, which is to do with the solar flash.
Okay.
I think the upgrade, the Ascension upgrade, is going to be really quick. That's my personal feeling on it at the moment.
Okay.
I know nothing of this, so I entered into that question with absolute ignorance. I had no idea, and I got a yes. So I didn't influence that at all. I have no idea what you're talking about, and I got a yes.
Okay.
And sometimes it's the best way to answer a question, because you don't influence and hope for the outcome to be a no or a yes. But I have no idea what you're talking about.
Well, that's completely useless of Cody, because now he's got two completely different opinions. But that's also interesting about this, because that's an interesting idea that it's 30 months until that date. So yeah, maybe.
Well,
don't forget, this year is definitely going to be the major impact for humanity. It needs to. Right, we've reached a level of light frequency of 5D on the planet, which is huge, and the momentum is now so fast that it cannot stop it, and we need to keep that momentum going, and the love is what it's all about.
Do you know what the other thing is? The other thing is, I did a show with Janine the other day, and this happens a few times. Sometimes they don't want us to know. They don't want it. The universe doesn't want us to know, right? Because you're not ready for it. So it needs to remain hidden because of what is required. So I think that's also part of this.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, there's some. Sue and I might get a completely different reading. She'll get a yes and I get a no, or vice versa. So the way we do it then is just to do a blind question, or it's not, as Mark just said, it's we're not ready yet to know the answer, and they'll keep us guessing.
Oh, so that means that. So the second question that I've got is, it might be a similar thing then. Is America going to have any elections this year?
I'm getting yes.
I'm getting yes.
I'm getting yes. And I don't know. I don't follow it. So again, I'm going into this blind. So I'm getting yes.
Okay.
Very strong yeses.
Very strong yes. Yeah.
That's cool. And one final one for me. I think that's a two Ronnie's line, isn't it? And a final one.
It is.
Is am I in the golden age?
Yep.
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 Oh,
and yep. Yep.
Oh, brilliant.
Yep.
That's great.
That's what I'm getting. I think most people watching this are.
Yeah. That's brilliant. Thanks, Rodders.
Cheers, Kobe.
Great to see you. My love to Manchester. Bye.
All day.
Okay, Tanya Dahl. Hello.
Hey. It's about time.
Hi, Tanya. Where are you from?
Calgary, Canada.
Ooh.
Same place as Janine.
Yep. I know you've been waiting a long time, so far away.
So far away.
Go on then. What's your question?
Okay. Let's see. Was it a galactic being that wrote me a letter and left it for me to find?
Big yes.
Oh, yes. I had my eyes closed on that one, so I didn't even know what the rods were doing. So I got a huge yes, and Mark's got a yes.
Okay.
Yes,
So the smell that I get when I feel a presence, is that galactic? And if not, ask if it's God.
What's the question?
The question needs to be
yes. The smell that I get and the feeling I get.
Is it
a galactic being?
Yeah, I'm getting a yes.
Yeah, I'm getting a yes.
Is it God?
Well, see, that's a very open-ended question because God is everything, including galactic. Is it specifically God?
Yeah, source.
Yeah, is it specifically God's source? Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mark's getting a yes. I'm getting a yes as well.
Yeah, my hair just stood up. Yeah. That's what I thought.
Somebody's saying, was it musty or sweet? What kind of smell is it?
Earthy. Yep. All the time.
Nice. That's good. Where did you find the letter?
Written on the inside of my paper. I opened it up because I needed more room. It was folded up, and it's full. Amazing message. Wow. And it was the day after I was drawn to watch Prince on the TV. Purple Rain.
Mm-hmm.
Now, do I have a big encounter coming with Prince?
Truth.
Yeah.
I'm getting a no.
Okay.
I'm getting a no.
I'm getting a yeah. Maybe he might be picking up on Prince Harry. I'm picking up on Prince from Memphis.
Yeah. Okay. How about let's try this. Will the encounter be after the shift?
Fifth of what?
Shift.
Oh, the shift. I'm getting yes.
Yeah.
I'm getting a very strong yes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes.
I think we got to understand here that when we start to preempt something like this, as magical as this, we push it away.
That's
Yeah.
what I was saying. That's what I was saying. And
Yeah,
this is Ian's had years of experience with this. I'm relatively new to this. That's why it's interesting.
No, is it
I would back off from this, Tanya, because it won't happen.
no.
If you keep focusing on this, it will not happen. You'll keep pushing it
show
away,
up on my
pushing
TV.
it away, just pushing it away. So just let it be. It's the best way. So when Mark and I go out and we see a UFO, we're not asking to see them at that point.
No,
they just appear.
They just show up. The
But
videos.
if we stood there all night long waiting for them, they wouldn't come.
No, I get videos that just pop up.
So just
messages
back off
from biblical messages about what I'm feeling or thinking at that time.
Yeah,
there'll be
best way.
Right in link or a song, with like coded messages in them, or the radio. My pets around me, I will get soul jumping, mostly good, but there has been dark. My daughter's dog killed the rabbit. But I noticed a change in the rabbit. They were worried it was the dog because of his breed, but I knew different. And the energy in the house once the rabbit was gone was way lighter.
Yeah,
way lighter.
Dog did a good job.
Yeah. So like those kind of things are happening now. A lot more channeling.
Yeah, everyone's getting way more upgrades, changes all the time, and people are contacting me because they're quite concerned that sudden strange happenings to their physical body. And these are purely clearing and shifting and getting stuff out of the physical body that shouldn't be there in a 5D environment. So these pains and traumas are 3D, 4D, and they need to come out of the body.
Yeah.
And it's happening naturally. And of course, people get scared because suddenly there's something appeared on their arm or come out of the rear end that shouldn't normally come out of the rear end.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So yeah, we just have to go with the flow, pardon the pun, and let it happen.
Yeah.
Right? Just be. Okay, next question.
Absolutely. Okay.
Thank you, Tanya.
Yeah.
Another question. You got
No, I'm
another
good.
one? Oh, good.
Nope.
Great to see you. Thanks, Tanya.
We'll see you
later.
soon.
See you later. You're quite harsh, you are, Ian. You're like, yeah, fuck off, get off you go.
Yeah, but there's so many people out there want to you suddenly get a life story, and I don't want life stories. I want some questions.
Oh, check her. No, I'm going to bring this up. Dave Dougal's made a good point. Thanks, Dave. Gillian England has just said today that the 21st of March is a big event, and this ties in with Honey C. Golden, who said the 21st of March is the Ascension date. And that's why I've got Honey on this Friday, guys, which is a few days before. And Dave's saying, any thoughts, Rodders? 21st of March. I'm going to let you do this one.
All right, okay. So is this supposed to be what, the start of an ascension? But what sort of ascension? What are we looking at?
Well, I don't know.
Nor do I.
21st of March.
Let's ask. Yeah, is there something globally special on the 21st? Yes, something globally special, big time on the 21st of March. Yeah, and that's going. It is huge. It's pushing my rods really big. Yeah. So there's definitely something on the 21st of March, but don't get caught up.
I'm getting it here.
Don't get caught up with what it is.
Yeah.
Please, because you'll push it away. Right, how many times have we learned this in the last 3 or 4 years with predictions and dates? Don't go there, right? Just feel that something love or light may happen on the 21st and keep it like that.
It's funny you say that, because I've tried to stay away for 3 years from the dates and predictions, but I'm getting it so strong that, although this is for entertainment purposes, guys, don't get hung up on anything that we're saying. Actually, just we are having fun here. Okay, last one. Lisa, how you doing, Lisa?
I'm good. How are you guys doing?
Hi, Lisa.
Hi. I'd say the question that I have stems from about 40 years ago or so, where I was driving my daughter home from a dance class and saw a huge, what I would call the typical UFO, right? Came in from the left side of the car, We rolled down our windows because we were involved in CUFOS at the time. My husband at the time. So, you know, it wasn't a strange thing, but it was like, okay, roll down your windows. Is there noise? Is there anything there? And then, so we both did. And then it hovered above our vehicle for a while and then took off. I'm wondering, okay, is that legit or was it something maybe man-made?
It's gone so strong for a yes. It's actually spun right back around and hit me.
Same here.
So that's a yes.
Okay.
I'm interested to know if it was your future self.
Okay.
Ooh.
What you get?
Oh, Mark, you've hit the nail right on the head. I'm getting a huge yes.
So am I. So am I.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Which would make
huge
sense.
yes.
I mean, yeah.
Whoa.
Okay. I've since found that my daughter is my mother reincarnate, or that's what I've been told.
Well, yeah.
So
Yeah,
I
I'm
mean,
getting
there's
a yes for that one.
Yeah.
Well, I'm getting a lot. I don't know if you're getting this, Lisa, but I don't know what I heard this from, but at some point, I think we are going to remember our past lives and our future lives, and we're going to recognize lots of people that have been playing just different parts in different lives with all of us.
Yeah.
Because we get that a lot. I mean, when I first got hold of Ian, I knew him straight away.
Yeah.
And that's the same with a lot of people, I think, and that's going to be the real fun part of it, because we've all been in each other's movies forever.
Right. Well, it's always been something that both my daughter and I have said, hey, we saw it. We did all the things that you should do, make sure that it's not in our brains. And of course, everyone else goes, right, whatever. So thank you.
You're welcome. I've seen so many UFOs. I mean, big UFOs, crystal clear, only literally 400 or 500 yards away, as big as a Boeing 747, bright, dark green, no windows, one fin at the back, and literally just very slowly went in front of me. 5 UFOs hovering in the field, just massive.
You just described Thunderbirds too.
Yeah, I know. I stood there and I'm thinking, that looks like a UFO.
I used to do a great Thunderbirds impression. Do you want to see it? It's like you have to flop like a puppet and then get up like this.
Thank you. Much love.
Thanks, Lisa. See ya.
Thanks, Lisa.
Bye.
Bye.
Well, that was fun. 2 rodders. Should we do that again?
Oh, I think so. see what the comments like. If they want to see us again, a bit of fun. More silly questions. I want some silly questions.
Oh, look, no, my audience is way too serious. I'm joking. Miss Chromesticks, you're talking like Yoda. Ha ha ha! Not so funny. Did I ever tell you the story about this? No, I can't do that because it was a comedian that wrote that 30 years ago, and he'd probably still kick me for using his joke. If I can remember his name, Steve. No, I can't remember. I'm gonna go because it's 9 o'clock. I've got to make sure my son's not get ready for school and all of that kind of stuff.
We need to finish it, don't we? It's a good night from me,
and a good night from him. Good night.
Good night.
We're going to practice. We're going to rehearse that.
Yeah. Let's do it again. Do it again. Do it quick. Right. So that's a good night from me.
And it's a good night from him. Good night. I'm trying to do Ronnie Barker's voice. I don't know. That's going to be nearly Ronnie Corbett. Anyway, the producer said, Ronnie. Anyway, we're off. See you later.
Bye.
Bye.